Hey guys, clearly, most likely you saw the news. We just got a new Nintendo Switch announced. Is it the one that's been rumored? Probably not, based on what was said about the new console. So I don't want to talk your ears off today. This video is going to be a pretty quick one and just talking about like the new Switch model, the OLED model, and kind of like my thoughts on it, and then you guys can just go in the comments and just fill in how you guys feel about it, and then we can have a bit of a a discussion, a very quick mini discussion based on this topic. Now, if you're unaware, and I'd be surprised if you were unaware because this seems to be literally everywhere, that there was Switch Pro rumors everywhere, right? And depending on which rumor you were following, there was some that said one thing about it, and then there was some that said other things. We were talking about DLSS, we were talking about 4K resolutions, and then we get this announcement today, randomly, and it's not really anything remotely close to any of those things rumored. So it seems like what we're getting is a smaller bezel, which was mentioned. We're getting a smaller bezel. We're getting an OLED display, which I would say is the biggest improvement because I was someone who used to own the original release of the PlayStation Vita, and that is still the best looking screen on a portable device or portable game console that I've ever had. So seeing the Switch go into OLED displays is a lot better. I believe that was also mentioned as well when looking at Switch Pro rumors. So, that was kind of expected. Now, the part that's making people a little disappointed, and, I gotta admit, I'm part of that camp, is the fact that the OLED model of the Nintendo Switch does not seem to have any actual upgrades to its internal components, meaning it's gonna run games exactly the same way as every other Switch we've seen up to this point. So, that rumor about 4K resolutions, having better CPU to, run games better, maybe higher frame rates, that's not going to be a thing here. Now, they did also add like some other things like a better kickstand. I believe that was also mentioned in some of the Switch Pro rumors. We're also seeing better audio. I'm not entirely sure what they did to the audio to make it better. I'm not sure, but if you look at the trailer and you look at Nintendo's website, it does mention that it's going to have a better, form of audio. Whatever that means, whatever that entails, I do not know. Maybe someone in the comments can let us know. But as of right now, I don't really know what that means. And it's also going to have a built-in LAN port, which is great because as someone who plays a lot of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I already kind of had the USB port on the back of my Switch dock used specifically for a adapter to plug it in wired. I kind of always needed that for games that, I felt that required better internet. And, I just trust a wired connection more. And I feel like if you're playing any kind of competitive game, you typically trust wired connections more. So that's cool. They did remove one USB port, which was where the USB port on the back of the dock used to be. It is now replaced with the LAN port. For me, that's not an issue at all, considering the fact that that's exactly what I used the port in the USB port in the back for. So that's just kind of cutting down the middle. You know what I mean? Like it just kind of gets rid of the port to add in a new port that I was going to use it for that anyways. So it doesn't really matter. Now it is going to retail for $350 US, which means it is $50 more expensive than the current I guess main Switch base model. So I guess we're gonna have a Nintendo Switch Lite that's $199, $200, and then we're gonna have the OG regular Switch for $300, and then we're gonna have the OLED model for another $50 at $350. I don't know how to feel about this, and I'm not talking about like the price. I'm talking about just the OLED model as a whole, like in general. Because if I remember correctly, there was also rumors that there would be 2 revisions coming out. So let's just go with the assumption, right, that all of this is accurate, right, that these this is accurate that we're getting 2 models. Is the OLED model one of the models, and is the Switch Pro still coming, or is this what the Switch Pro was supposed to be? Is this the Switch Pro? And it's kind of hard to say. And if this is the Switch Pro, this is kind of disappointing. People were really hoping for better hardware. Now, mind you, I wasn't exactly expecting 4K DLSS or anything like that. I was just kind of hoping for just slightly better hardware. Even if it's not the biggest deal, I was kind of just hoping for that alone, right? And maybe I'm alone on that. Maybe you guys agree with me. I don't really know myself at this point. It's kind of just hard for me to say. Now, whether or not I'm going to buy this, part of me kind of does want to, because my Switch, the Switch I've been using, it's actually the same Switch I have had since like 2017. So I am due for an upgrade, but it's I don't know, it's weird. Like, I feel like part of me wants that OLED display, because that OLED display is going to look a lot better. Like, colors are gonna pop a lot more, and I'm going to like seeing that, you know. And I do play my Switch handheld mode. I know there are people saying that, you know, their Switch is pretty much docked primarily for most of their play sessions, so they don't really, you know, see themselves getting this upgrade, because most of the upgrades are pretty much related to playing handheld, right? Like the OLED display, the better kickstand, the audio. Like, it's all stuff that is better if you're playing handheld, while the only thing that really changes if you're someone who plays primarily docked is that now you have a LAN port, right? And if you're someone like me who already bought an adapter, that's kind of useless. You know what I mean? It's kind of useless. So depending on the person, I can see this upgrade being totally useless. So if you're someone who doesn't feel like you need to upgrade, I think it's kind of understandable. And like, for myself personally, I do play my Switch handheld, but I also do play it docked. Depending on the game I'm playing, I kind of like to switch, pun not intended. Like, if I'm playing an RPG, like recently I've started playing Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, the HD remaster. Games like that, I love to play handheld, because when I play it handheld, that means I can kind of grind like levels, right? Go through these dungeons while also watching TV. Maybe I'm on Disney Plus watching Loki, which I have been doing, and, you know, just enjoying the game at the same time. But if I'm playing like a fighting game, like Pokken Tournament or Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I cannot stand playing that portably. I have to play it on the TV. So I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I will say I'm probably slightly leaning towards buying it, because it's been so long since I've gotten an actual upgrade to the system. I even bought the system before that little revision they had where the battery life got better. I haven't gotten there. Like, I'm still running on the original battery life, the original launch edition Nintendo Switch. So I might just get this. But let me know how you guys feel. This is a very divisive announcement, so let me know how you guys feel in the comments down below. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Shifty, yeah, shifty, wanna be the #1 gamer, come and get me. It'd be dope if you subscribe, could you like the vid, please? Take your time, you don't gotta do it swiftly. Shifty, shifty, wanna be the #1 gamer, come and